Hello and welcome back to Pump with Purpose. This is Dr. Diana here, and this is the next episode in our podcast. Today we're going to be talking about alcohol while breastfeeding. And that could mean nursing and or pumping, and you're deciding to partake in alcohol in some way. First, I want to let you know, of course, not drinking alcohol is the safest option for breastfeeding mothers. But also, moderate alcohol consumption up to 1 drink per day is not known to be harmful to the infant, and that's per CDC. So what does a 1 alcoholic beverage and or 1 drink per day mean? That could usually mean 1 glass of wine, 1 beer, and 1 shot of liquor. Even if it's in a mixed drink, it's the equivalent to a shot of liquor. So of course, if you're planning on enjoying a drink, you want to review some of the resources to understand how you can safely drink alcohol and provide breast milk. Some of those resources include the CDC, as well as infant risk. In the blog post that's attached to this episode, if you visit my website, www.pumpwithpurpose.com, and go to the blog section, you can see the submission under the blog post for alcohol and breastfeeding. So first and foremost, if your loved ones are questioning you about you partaking in alcohol while you are breastfeeding, number 1, you can inform them that milk supply is made from your blood. I'm going to say that again. Milk supply is made from your blood. So that is very important to know, because it's not just fueled. Yes, what you eat and drink goes into your bloodstream, but it goes back out. So you can let them know that alcohol is made from your blood. It can go in and come back out. You also want to remind them that you're making an informed and educated decision based on your research. You are comfortable with doing so, and it's really no one else's business what you decide to do. Always drink responsibly. If you are planning on abstaining from alcohol while you are at family functions or out and about, you can always bring a non-alcoholic beverage like a mocktail, seltzer, non-alcoholic beer, sparkling juice, if you are going to a party or something. I know we are coming up on holidays and all the things, so it can be important that if you do want to have something, then you can always have a non-alcoholic beverage. If your loved ones are questioning you because you're not partaking, see, it's a double-edged sword. We're going to talk about that as well. You can inform them that is your decision and remind them that you can celebrate without alcohol. Like, not everyone needs to drink or wants to drink. It's a personal preference. Always keep your boundaries and just make sure that you are doing what is best for you. And let's just talk about it. Sometimes our family and friends kind of want to tell you what you should and should not be doing, or they want to take their decisions and rub them off on you. It is up to you to do what's best for you. Alcohol kind of goes in the bloodstream, and it does go into the bloodstream and comes back out. So I'm gonna give you the secret sauce, since you over here on purpose, and y'all know I love about the secret sauce. Please, drink responsibly, of course, and make sure you are adhering to the guidelines of 1 drink per day. So 1 alcoholic beverage is 1 glass of wine, 1 beer, 1 shot of liquor. So a way to do so is to make sure that it goes to your bloodstream in time. So one option, or an option, is to pump and or nurse first, then have your alcoholic beverage. So by the time you go to pump and or nurse again, then the alcohol will have come into your bloodstream and come back out. You really want to give it a 3-ish hour break. If you want to stretch it to 4 just to be on the safe side. But kind of some of the rules are, if you can still don't feel intoxicated, then you may not be intoxicated. No, I'm using very even kind of words. I'm not saying you are or you're not. But a lot of times, if you are not feeling intoxicated, then you are not intoxicated. And so it should be out of your bloodstream by then. A lot of times, if you're not intoxicated, then you're not intoxicated. If you can drive, then and enough time has passed to drive, then you should be able to pump. All of those things are some kind of a way to gauge at what you feel and how you are. So if you just decided to just be like, I'm going to have a hot girl's night, I'm going to relax, I'm going to let my hair down, and I'm going to go over this one drink per day or for that day thing, then you definitely want to consider, of course, not giving that alcohol to your baby. Of course, you cannot do so. Some people use for milk baths, soaps, jewelry, those things. If you decided to enjoy yourself, if you're at a wedding, at a party, decided to do a date night, you can just do something else with that milk instead of giving it to your baby. You can definitely use it for other things, like I said, such as milk baths, jewelry, soaps, just something else, and just enjoy yourself. So definitely wanted to give you some secret sauce about alcohol and breastfeeding. Definitely want to make sure you check out the resources that's in the blog post, just to make sure that you do your own research, figure out what works best for you, and hold to that decision. Don't let anybody make you feel bad because you drink, or make you feel bad because you don't drink. It's like this thing of, if you drink, it's a problem. If you don't drink, it's a problem. Why does everybody have to worry about you? So definitely do what's best for you. Figure out what that looks like for you, and hold to those boundaries. For me, I did not drink while I was breastfeeding. That was a personal decision. Didn't work for me. But if you decide to, don't let anyone make you doubt that, because I was not I had so much pressure. I mean, so much pressure when we went to hang out with other couples and other people. And my husband knew, like, that's not, was not what I was going to do. So he would tell them all the time, you're wasting your breath. Because it just was a decision that I made for me. And I just encourage you to make that decision for you. Don't let anyone make you feel bad because you drink, and don't let anyone make you feel bad because you don't drink, because it's always someone that has something to say about what you are doing. So I hope this podcast episode was helpful. I hope that it encouraged you. I hope that you feel comfortable if you do decide to stick to those guidelines and drink. And I hope you feel comfortable if you decide that drinking isn't what is best for you while you are breastfeeding. So, and even regardless, you definitely want to make sure that someone is able to, if something happens with your child, can take your child to seek assistance if it is needed. If you and your significant other, if one is present, has decided to partake in beverages. So you just want to make sure you have a game plan. Someone is, able and has your child and able to, take, and because you just never know what'll happen. Like, that's the thing about parenthood. There's no warning label. There's no sign that, like, today is the day that we're going to have to go make a visit to a doctor. Things just happen, and you just want to make sure that you are prepared, and the people around you, if you're going to partake, are prepared as well. So I hope this podcast episode was helpful. I hope you feel more motivated, inspired to do what is best for you, because that is so important on the Pump with Purpose platform. So this is Dr. Diana here. Until next time, with Pump with Purpose.